Hey guys, morning, cups of tea all around. So, interesting day today, got loads of videos to make. I've got a bunch of meetings, there's Skype meetings, catch-up meetings, it's Monday morning, and I've got an interesting meeting later on with a girl called Kat, who is a blogger and helps introverts, creative introverts, which I find very interesting because I meet quite a lot of musicians who are creatives and still introverts. So I want to work with her a bit on that, get some advice, and also talk about doing some collabs with her, possibly on her podcast, and bring her on to this sort of platform so I can learn more about it, and hopefully you guys can. Because if I'm always saying you need to be on camera, or you need to get yourself out there, and I get a lot of feedback of people saying I'm not comfortable, I'm not comfortable. So I need some advice on how to get around that and what to do, because I feel like I'm pushing people then towards the written word and also audio podcasts, and that's what she does. So she will be the person to ask. So don't know if I can take you with me for that, because obviously being an introvert, don't know if she wants a camera thrust in her face. I think that kind of defeats the object, but maybe I'll take Al along and we'll see what we can do. So on with the day. I brought you into the kitchen because it's quiet in here, because I want to show you something. I'm uploading the videos to Facebook and YouTube first thing in the morning before I do some distribution. But there's a couple of things I just wanted to run through that I'm not seeing enough, and I think you could maximize on especially YouTube. So have a look at this. Right, before I publish this, I want to show you this. A couple of things to notice while I'm uploading to YouTube. Title, I'm trying to think of something that's engaging, something that people want to click on, something that relates to the video. Searchable is a big part of it. In this video, it is about how to start getting your band gigs. So this is part of the hashtag Ask Daymo show, which we've edited down into a couple of minutes. And now it's a case of putting this live as a question, which will boost a bit on YouTube, but I can put across to my Facebook where I haven't put the show. Now the big thing here is when it comes to writing the text, I'm trying to actually write a decent amount of text. And why I'm doing this is because people possibly won't read it, but what I am doing is I'm telling YouTube what this is all about. So it's almost like a mini blog. So I've put the video in, and now I'm putting a decent amount of text. Now I would never ever leave this blank unless it's something I'm coming back to later, but I want to get lots and lots of detail in this section, which is what is about this video. And I'm trying to be as specific as possible. And then after that, you've got 5,000 letters that you can use now. And I've done a decent-ish sized blog, and I've still only used 2,000, so you can really maximize that. The next thing is your meta tags, as it were. Now you have up to 500 characters that you're allowed to use in this. I suggest using all of them, or as many as you possibly can. And again, you're trying to be as specific to this video as possible, things that people will search for. So for this, I've put things like how to start getting gigs. Very, very important that whatever your title is goes into your search, because YouTube will link them up. So if you've got a decent heading, then that will go into one of the meta tags. So I've put some how-tos because I feel like that's what people will search for. Then other things I've put in is where it's come from, the Ask Daymo show. I've also put my name, and I've put how people normally spell my name, because I feel like if people put in my actual name, they won't get it. So I want to make sure that on every one of my videos, I'm putting a couple of weird spellings of my name so people can still find a big picture of me. So I've maximized it. And what I'm seeing from lots and lots of YouTubers is they'll put 2 or 3 meta tags in, which just isn't enough. Then after that, come across to Twitter. Now this links straight up to my Twitter, so it means I can click the send button and it will automatically update a link to my Twitter. So I've put a link in here, how to start getting your band gigs, a couple of hashtags, because as we know, the hashtags are very, very important. Then after that, I've uploaded a picture, a little thumbnail picture, because I feel like that, how to start getting gigs, is just a little bit more attractive whilst in amongst a bunch of other videos rather than my fat ugly face. So on that you can put whatever you want, but I think that's something people should look at when they're uploading. If you look at these 3, that's boring, boring, boring. At least that's a little bit more engaging, and people who are musicians will possibly see that and at least read it, so they'll know what the video is. And that is my quick guide to publishing something on YouTube. And after that, obviously make sure it's public. Off it goes, and that will be live. So we've put the video live, then after that comes distribution. But I mean, that is a big bit of information, and we should do distribution again soon, because I feel like the distribution is a massive part of the day that you don't see because it's boring. You don't see me sat at a computer for 3 or 4 hours, or sat on my sofa for 3 or 4 hours actually trying to distribute the content, where it's going to go, how I'm going to get people to see it. So that's the first step, getting stuff live and actually allowing people to find it. Because if you don't put the correct information into YouTube, it's very difficult for YouTube to actually put you in front of the right people and for people to actually find it. It is a safe house to have too, and to be honest with you, it won't affect us having 2 YouTube channels won't affect, because we're not looking at building massive numbers, we're looking to get in front of people. So it's not like we need to build up a subscription list of 1 million people. So it's more about getting the right content in front of the right eyes, if that makes sense.
Jump on that. Have you tried that, or like, even if you're an introvert, have you used that term?
I haven't, no.
That would be interesting.
I've been told off several times by Sarah.
It would be interesting to see like, how your audience reacts to that.
Yeah. Hey guys, so just for a haircut, boing. And now we're off to a photo shoot. I have a new website done, and so now that I've seen it in context, I feel like there's a couple of photos missing. So I'm meeting Rachel, who does lots of our photos for DK Management, to do a photo shoot, then back to the office. I'm off to Paris on Thursday, so we've got a few videos to make. But while we're down in the Concorde, we're going to make a video about top 10 tips for bands when they do live shows, because I really think there's value in that, and I'd like to do it from a great venue. And what better venue in Brighton than the Concorde 2? The thing is as well is the website, which goes across the page, the top bit is the photo. So ideally, obviously we can put something in and have colour on the sides, but ideally something longer would be good, yeah. But the other thing, I just thought having actual shots of what we actually do would just be a really cool thing to... So I'm going to do 10 pieces to camera, which then I will edit into a bit. So it'll be, when you're booking your next gig, here's my 10 tips to get the most out of it. Mm-hmm. And so, because I'll be doing that to camera, I can kind of do that whatever you think is good, but it's just nice having shots, because people will go, ah, that's the dude who lives his life on camera. I was thinking about like Facebook, YouTube, Twitter.
Whilst walking?
Absolutely, yeah. But I was thinking Instagram doesn't really give people value, and it wasn't growing, so I was thinking how I could do that. And then I came up with an idea. What do musicians want?
Bass.
Apart from bass. What they actually want is promotion, attention. And so I was thinking, well, how can we do that? And I was thinking, well, why can't we do features on the Instagram where we actually feature in the bands and then actually get them to do the hard work? This is really hard, by the way.
Doing great.
We could actually get them to do features. So we're doing a feature on the Instagram of their band, and what they have to do in reply is they have to tag the Instagram, they have to hashtag the Instagram and link the Instagram. Potentially we might even do some kind of repost. So what we'll do is we'll repost a video from their Instagram, but we'll do one every third video, or one every other day, or maybe even daily, depending on how much stuff we're putting on Instagram. So I thought I like that as an idea. So then what I did was I did a Facebook status where I basically just said, look, this is the idea. I'm thinking
my Instagram isn't bringing value to my audience, and that's the most important thing. And whilst I don't believe in a like for a like, I do believe in, I want to bring my audience value, which I feel like I'm doing on Facebook, I feel like I'm doing on YouTube, I feel like I'm doing on Twitter and Snapchat, I feel like I'm doing on Instagram stories, but I don't feel like I'm doing it on the Instagram gallery. And if I'm not bringing value, then there's no point in doing it because I don't have time. But with a feature, I just thought maybe that way I'm actually bringing value by being able to promote other bands, which is what they want, being able to bring those bands to my attention because I'm doing something, and selfishly be able to grow my own numbers just like everybody wants to do, because you know there's no such thing as a selfless act. So I want to be able to drive my own numbers up, but more importantly I want to be able to drive my own engagement up. So I put this thing on Facebook. Fuck me, it went like bonkers. Really? Like so much so that so many bands then either tagged me or hashtagged me in stuff that it went off the chart. So many of them. Yeah, like it went crazy. So I probably got 3 times as much engagement in 2 hours than I would normally get in a week. Like it was absolutely bonkers. Got my microphone, taking it off. Test, 1, 2, 1, 2. Just done an Ask Daymo show, which will be coming at you in the next few days. But so ends another vlog, and so ends another day. So thanks for watching. Make sure you hit subscribe on the YouTube, because that's what this is all about for me. It's all about building the YouTube, and I really appreciate it. So thank you very much. Peace out. See you tomorrow.